and welcome back to another session of yoga with me, choreography. Today we're going to be doing a really nice slow leg flexibility sequence where we'll be going for about 40 minutes, really creating space down the backs of the legs. It won't be a traditional sun salutation flow as we normally do, so this is a great sequence if you're really just wanting to slow it down and just move a little bit in your day. All you're going to need is a mat or a nice comfortable surface to practice on. Grab yourself a strap or a sweat towel if you don't have one, and some yoga blocks will come in useful, but you do not necessarily need them for the sequence. It's just to adjust if you are feeling quite tight today. So grab yourself your mat and all your equipment that you're going to need, throw on some music in the background, and let's get going. There we go, so we're all set up and going. It is a very cold and rainy day in Cape Town here today, so just going to be starting off nice and slow. Like I said, focusing on the legs this evening and doing a lot of folding as well. So just starting on your mat in a nice comfortable cross-legged seat, hands resting on the knees, eyes are closed. And just bringing awareness to the breath. Slowly feeling into the body as you let go of your day and bring your attention to your mind, your breath and your body, being present here and now on your mat. As you sit here, maybe take some time to roll those shoulder blades down and back, just to release some of the tension, squeezing the shoulder blades together nice and tight. And then change directions, roll them forwards, create some space. Good, and then find stillness. Just going to drop your chin to the chest and just let it rest here, maintaining a nice upright posture. Using your breath as you breathe in to lengthen through the crown of the head. Exhale, let that chin sink a little bit deeper into the chest. Good. Maybe taking a moment here with the head dip to set an intention for your practice. Could be a single word, just something to focus on throughout the next 40 minutes of our session. Good, taking a nice deep breath in. And as you exhale, just slowly going to roll yourself down, coming to settle in a forward fold. Coming down into the forearms or extending all the way down. Just reaching as far as you can, but being in a nice relaxed forward fold. You don't want to be reaching and trying to pull yourself forwards. Taking it nice and slow, nice and relaxed. So just being gentle. Wherever you are, making sure you're comfortable and supported. Using the breath as you inhale, breathing into the lower back and hips. As you exhale, just let yourself sink a little bit deeper. Maybe gently walk those hands a little bit further forwards. Holding here for 3 more breaths, breathing into the belly. And with every exhale, let gravity take you a little bit deeper. Nice and slow. And then slowly walk those hands back up through center. As you inhale, reach the arms up overhead, find length. As you exhale, bring your hands down to your sides. Good. From here, extend both legs straight ahead of you, and you're going to grab your strap or sweat towel to come into a nice little hamstring stretch to start. So unravel your strap and place it over the balls of both of your feet, just to help you. You don't need to use a strap. If you can reach your toes, you're more than welcome. But wherever you are, nice deep breath in. Exhale, pull forwards, bending at the elbows, letting the self fold. The reason why we use a strap is we're wanting to avoid finding ourselves in this sort of posture where we're very rounded in the back. So you want to be able to lift the chest, flatten the back, and feel the stretch down the backs of the legs. But you don't need to overextend. You don't necessarily want to create a curve, just using your breath. If it's comfortable for you, you can create a natural rounding. But if you don't have a strap, you can also just rest your hands on the sides of your legs Using your breath, every inhale, breathing down the backs of the legs. Every exhale, just sink a little bit deeper into the fold. Keeping with that intention and keeping with the breath. Holding here for one more breath. And slowly bringing yourself up, placing the strap on the side. You're going to bring the left foot in towards the right sit bone, so that left knee is pointing forwards, and bring that right foot over, sole of the foot on the mat, and that foot is right up against the left thigh. So I'll turn front on so that you can see, just as you can see, so you have a nice forward point in that left knee, and that right foot is just right up against there. If you need, you can also extend that leg slightly forwards, wherever you need to be. Just going to wrap that left arm around the leg, and as you inhale, reach the right arm up and over to plant the right hand behind you, getting a nice twist in the back and a stretch into the right glute. As you inhale, lengthen through the crown. Exhale, twist. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, twist. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Inhale, coming through center, reach the arms up. Exhale, hands come down to your sides. Keeping your fingertips on the mat, you're going to sit nice and tall. Keep squeezing that right leg up. You're activating the hip flexor on the inner edge of the groin there. Fingertips on the mat, sitting nice and tall, lengthening through the crown with the breath. And every exhale, just feeling into the body, grounding into the mat. For one more. And then release your pretzel, swapping legs. Bringing the right foot to the left sit bone, right knee points forwards, and then bringing that left leg over with that left foot grounded on the mat, right up against the right thigh. If you need, you can extend that leg slightly ahead of you just to make it a bit more comfortable. But wherever you are, wrap that right arm all the way around the front of the left leg. Inhale to reach the left arm up and over to plant behind you to help you sit nice and tall, feeling that stretch into the left glute. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, twist. Inhale, lengthen, reach through the crown. Exhale, twist. Again, last one. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Inhale, arms reach up overhead. Exhale, bring your hands down to the sides. Again, sitting nice and tall, feeling the legs nice and active. Nice and active on the outer right leg and on the hip flexor of the left leg as you squeeze that left leg up to keep the knee pointing up to the ceiling, and using your breath as you inhale, lengthening through the crown. Exhale, ground yourself into the mat. 2 more breaths just like this. Inhale, lengthen, find height. Exhale, ground. Last breath. And then release so you come into a nice butterfly stretch. Soles of the feet together, making sure you're able to have a nice flat back. So if you have your feet in quite close but you're quite round, just simply move your feet a little bit further away to allow you to sit nice and tall. Another modification, if that's quite intense on the legs, you can grab some blocks and prop them underneath the knees just to help lessen the strain on the legs. If you need to make that little modification, please do. Good, but wherever you are, holding onto the shins, sitting nice and tall, nice flat back, open chest. You're going to inhale, pull yourself forward, lift the chest, gaze goes up. Exhale, roll over the sit bones, round the back, pull away. Inhale, coming forwards, lift the chest. Exhale, round through. And inhale, lifting up, open the heart. Exhale, round through. 2 more, inhale, coming up. Exhale, rounding down. Last one to lift. Exhale to round. Good, and then coming back through center. Bringing your knees up into your chest, making sure you have enough space behind you to roll back. Grabbing your strap or sweat towel so you have it handy. And then you come down to lie in the back, gently rocking from side to side. Taking it nice and slow still. Moving with the breath. Good, and then plant the soles of the feet on the mat. in line with the sit bone, so your feet are hip distance apart. You're going to extend that right leg up, placing the strap over the ball of the right foot. Resting here into the hamstring. You can also just place your hands onto the hamstring, calf, or if you're flexible enough, taking a bind on the big toe with the middle and index finger and thumb to gently pull that leg in. Or wherever you are, just using the strap, making use of your props in your practice. Every inhale, visualize your breath going into the back of the right leg. Every exhale, sink a little bit deeper. Good. One more breath just like this. Good, then we're going to do 3 more breaths. You can remain here, or if you'd like to deepen it, you can slowly extend that left leg down, flexing the foot so the toes are pointing up towards the ceiling. And using your breath as you inhale, breathing into the tightness. Exhale, pull that leg in a little bit closer. Good, 2 more just like that at your own pace. Every exhale, sinking deeper, grounding yourself in the mat, feeling into the body through breath. Good, then if you extended that left leg, slowly bring the sole of that foot back to the mat. Release the strap on the right foot, hug the right knee into the chest, nose to knee, nice and tight. And then relax the right foot down. Same thing other side, extend the left leg up, strap goes onto the ball of the left foot, or you're holding onto the hamstring, calf, or taking that bind around the big toe with the middle index finger and thumb. If you are using the breath, if you need a micro bend in that knee, please do take it if you are tight. Just using the breath. Every inhale, bringing energy in. Every exhale, relaxing into the self. One more breath, just like this. And then remaining here for another 3 breaths, or if you'd like, you can extend that right leg down along the mat. Keeping the toes nice and flexed, you want them nice and active. Using your breath still as you inhale, breathing into the tightness. Exhale, pull that left leg in a little bit closer. Going at your own pace, this isn't a sprint. Listen to your body. Good. Then slowly bend that right leg, plant the right foot on the mat. Release the strap off the left foot, hug the left knee into the chest, nice and tight. And then relax that foot back to the mat. You're going to plant the soles of the feet as wide as the mat, just windscreen wiper the legs from side to side, placing your strap or sweat towel on the mat next to you. Good. Just releasing the hips, nice and slow, feeling into the body. Good. As you come back through center, crossing the right ankle over the left thigh, you're going to take a hold behind the left thigh in a figure 4 stretch. And you can use that right elbow just to gently push out on the right knee to deepen the stretch. So I'll turn around this way so that you can see what I mean by that. So just using that elbow to push it out. Or if you'd like to take it even further, you can pull the ankle in towards you and push that knee away. That really sends a stretch into the side glute there. Wherever you are, just using your breath, feeling into the body. One more breath, just like this. And then relax, swap sides, left ankle over right thigh, taking a hold behind that right thigh. And again, if you'd like to use that left elbow to push against the knee, feeling into the body with breath. Good, and if you'd like to take it even further, pull that ankle in towards you, gently push that knee away, feeling that stretch go right into the side hip there. Opening up, visualizing space in the body. One more breath. And then as you exhale, release knees to chest, squeezing nose up nice and tight. Take a hold of the outer edges of the feet as you fall back to a happy baby, letting your thighs come into the side body. If you are really tight, you can drop those feet down towards the sit bone in a modified happy baby. Otherwise, legs are nice and upright in this nice 90 degree. And you can gently rock from side to side, getting a nice middle back massage going. Just feeling into the body, nice and gentle today. Good. You can remain here in a happy baby, or we can incorporate a bit of a nice stretch. If you can take a bind over both of your toes with your middle and index finger. Alternatively, you can also use a strap, placing a strap over one foot at a time. And then you'll just need to strap to the other foot as you exchange legs. So from here, keeping the left leg bent, you're slowly going to straighten up the right leg, getting a nice stretch into the hamstring, straightening up as much as you can, just holding here for a couple of breaths. And then exhale, bend that right leg down. Straighten up the left leg down, nice and long. Visualizing length shooting through the heel of that left leg as you use your breath. And then sinking down. Again to the right side, straightening up. Now this time letting that leg open up towards the side as you open up the hip. Good, using your breath, sinking into the stretch. And then coming back through center, bending that knee, other side, straighten up the left leg, nice and long. And then opening up towards the side as far as you can, feeling into the body with breath. And then back through center. You can do one either side again or straightening up both legs. Reaching through the heels, opening up the hips. Maybe you're going for a single leg or you're doing the double, just feeling into the body. If you're doing your right leg, swap over to the left, extending that left leg out to breathe. As we just remain here, both legs extended for a couple more breaths. Good, and then bending both knees, bringing the soles of the feet together, taking a hold of the feet, helping them bind, stay closed as your knees go out wide and your feet sink down towards the sit bones. Resting here in a shape very similar to what you find yourself in a seated butterfly stretch, creating space in the hips. Good, just using the breath, relaxing into the body. Good, then bring the knees into the chest, nose to knees, nice and tight. Keep a hold of the right leg, extend that left leg down all the way to the mat. Move my blocks out the way. And then relax the head back down. So you're pulling that knee up into the chest, creating space in the hips, using the breath. And on your next exhale, bring the leg up and out into the side body, creating more space and observing how the sensation changes in the hips as you make that little adjustment. Good, take a nice deep breath in. And on your next exhale, bring that leg across the body for a low back twist. Right arm extends to a T, keeping both shoulder blades tucked on the mat. Gazes over towards the right hand, using that hand on the left knee to gently push down, deepening the twist. As you inhale, visualize your breath going into the lower back, glute and hamstrings. As you exhale, gently push down, deepen the twist. One more breath just like this. Nice and slow. Good, coming back through center, both knees into chest, nose to knees, nice and tight. Keep a hold of the left leg, extend the right leg down, and then relax the head back to the mat. Same on the side, breathing into the hips, creating space in the lower belly. And as you exhale, bring that leg out into the side body and pull it higher up, feeling that nice opening in the hips, feeling the space. Just relaxing into the body through breath, stilling the mind, letting go of the day. Taking a nice deep breath in here. As you exhale, bring that leg across the body for a low back twist on the left side. Gazes over your left arm as it extends to a T, and using that right hand to gently push down on the right knee. Nice deep breath in, visualize your breath going into the lower back, glute and left hamstring. As you exhale, gently push down, deepening the twist. One more just like this. And then back through center, knees to chest, nose to knees, nice and tight. And then falling back to a happy baby once again. You can gently rock from side to side. That's good. Taking it slow, feeling the nice little middle back massage. And then coming back through center, knees into chest, nose to knees. And then begin to rock back and forth a couple of times to get a nice back massage until you come all the way up to a seat and over into a tabletop. Good. From here, we're just going to do some cat-cow, mobilize the spine. Toes can be tucked or flat, whatever's more comfortable for you. Fingers spread wide, gripping into the mat. As you inhale, lift the chest, roll the shoulder blades down and back. Exhale, push through, round the shoulders. Inhale to lift, dip the back, gaze goes up. Exhale, round through. Again, inhale, lifting up, opening that heart center, tailbone shoots up. Exhale, tuck the tailbone, squeezing nose to belly button. 2 more, inhale to lift. Exhale to round. Last one as you inhale through cow, roll those shoulder blades down and back. Exhale, push through cat. Yeah, then find stillness. From here, what you're going to do is, if you have your toes tucked, flatten them out, and you're going to reach that right leg back towards the back of the mat, and you're going to push through that heel, getting a nice stretch into the calf. Good. From here, you're just going to drop down onto the forearms, keeping the hips up high, still pushing through the heels there. Using the breath. Take a nice deep breath and visualize your breath going into the calf. Exhale, pushing through even further, visualizing the space growing. Slowly coming up, back onto the hands, and bring that right knee back to the ground. Same thing other side, extend the left toes back, pushing through that heel, getting that nice stretch, creating that space you need in the calves. And then coming down onto the forearms once again, keeping the sit bones as high as you can. So you push through the heel, stretch out the back of the leg. One more breath. Good. Coming back up onto the hands, bringing the left knee back to the mat. From here, dropping down onto the forearms where you are, sending your elbows so that they're underneath your shoulders, but you're going to bring your hands into a bind here. Good. You're going to tuck your toes and then just lift the sit bones up and back into a nice dolphin pike here. If you're wearing sleeves, slide them up so that you don't slip on your mat. Give yourself some good grip. Good. And getting that nice stretch, pushing through, nice straight back. Bend and straighten one leg at a time. Like I said, we're focusing on total leg flexibility here. So just really opening up the backs of the legs in this dolphin pike. Few more pedals, and then come through center, bend both the knees slightly, lift the sit bones up and back, and then push through the heels, straightening up the legs, just how we do in downward dog. Holding here for one more breath, and then coming forwards, dropping the knees down, sinking back into a child's pose, knees together, toes together, arms come behind you, forehead resting on the mat. You can also play with some variations, bringing your hands, palms up onto the back, just for a change of sensation on the body. Taking it slow. Your hands on the back, swapping them around so the other hand is on top, feeling how this feels different. Good, and then bringing those hands forwards as you come up to a tabletop. Hands underneath shoulders, knees underneath hips. Stepping back 1 foot at a time to a high plank, deep breath in. Exhale, up and back to a downward dog. Good, bend and straighten one leg at a time, push through those heels, getting a good stretch down the backs of the legs. Feeling into the body, using the breath. Find stillness, bend both your knees, lift those sit bones up and back and push through those heels deep in the stretch. And then come back forwards to a tabletop, drop the knees. Good, so we're not going to do any sun salutations in the traditional sense. So just from a tabletop, step that right leg forwards to a low lunge and shift that left knee back slightly. As you bring your hands up to heart center. Using the breath, visualizing the breath going into the left hip flexor here. Exhale, sink a little bit deeper. Good. Inhale, reach the arms up overhead, find length. Exhale, folding forward, bring your hands to either side of that right foot. Good. From here, bring your right hand to the inside of the right foot and just shuffle that right foot out to the side. So you take a nice deep breath in. Exhale, bend the elbows slightly, sink a little bit deeper, deepening the stretch into the right hamstring. You don't quite want to sink all the way down to drop the head on the mat just yet. Just relaxing here with a nice flat back, open chest. Every exhale, deepening the bend, deepening the stretch. Good, and pushing into the hands, bring that left knee back in slightly. Step back to your tabletop. From here, step that left foot forwards to a low lunge. Shift that right knee back just a little bit so that you can get your alignment back where it needs to be. And bring your hands to heart center. Good. So checking your alignment, the left knee is stacked directly over the left ankle. So you use your breath, taking a nice deep breath in. Exhale, sink a little bit deeper. Good. Inhale, reach those arms up overhead, find length. Exhale, folding forwards, bring your hands either side of the left foot. Feeling how the sensation changes in the stretch. Bring that left hand to the inside of the left foot and just shuffle that left foot out to the side as you come to plant your hands down. Now, if you are really tight, you're welcome to grab yourself some blocks. Prop yourself up just to make this a little bit more comfortable. Using blocks and other yoga props as you need. Taking a nice deep breath in, lengthening through the crown of the head. Exhale, bending those elbows, sinking a little bit deeper. Okay, not going all the way down, still want to keep that nice flat back, open chest. Feeling that stretch into the left hamstring. Good, just resting here for a few more breaths. Every exhale, sinking a little bit deeper. Good, one more. Good, grounding through the hands, lift the back knee slightly, bringing it in a little bit as you step back to a tabletop. Take some time, do some big circles, brush the sit bones against the heels, mobilizing the hip joints as we go through the sequence. Making sure to change direction as we go around the other way. Feeling into the body, observing how it feels to move around in this motion. Good, and then come back through center to that nice tabletop once again. Stepping that right foot forwards to a low lunge, shifting that left knee back if you need to sort your alignment. Hands up at heart center. So you inhale, reach the arms up overhead. Exhale, fold forward, bring your hands either side of that right foot. Slowly push through that right leg, straightening up, letting the toes go up towards the ceiling. You can keep your hands reaching forwards to the top of the mat, maintaining a flat back, open chest. Or if this is a bit too intense for you, you can come up with your hands on your hips, nice and upright. You're still getting a good stretch here. Or with your hands on your thigh, shin, or even up on some blocks. Just settling wherever you need for your body. Using your breath as you inhale, breathing into the tightness. Exhale, sink a little bit deeper. Taking it slow, listening to your body. Let's make it nice and dynamic. Inhale, come forwards to a low lunge. Exhale, push back, half splits, toes up to the ceiling. Inhale, forwards, low lunge. Exhale, back, half splits, toes to ceiling. Inhale, forwards, low lunge. Exhale, stepping back to that tabletop. Good. Other side, stepping that left leg forwards to a low lunge, shifting that right knee back if you need a wider space between the knee and the heel of the left foot. Using your breath. So you inhale, reaching up nice and tall, find length. Exhale, fold forwards, hands either side of that left foot. Nice and gentle, slowly straightening up that left leg, toes go up towards the ceiling, keeping your hands where you are with that nice flat back, open chest, or bringing hands to hips nice and high if that's what your body needs, or on the thigh, shin, up on some blocks. Just checking in, being wherever you need to be, feeling into the body through breath, nice and gentle as evening. Good, nice deep breath in, visualize your breath going into the back of the left leg. Exhale, sink a little bit deeper. And let's make it dynamic as you come forwards to inhale, low lunge. Exhale, back, half splits. Inhale, forwards, low lunge. Exhale, back half splits. Last one, forwards, low lunge. Exhale, back half splits. Coming forwards to a low lunge. There you go, sorry that pause, just had to adjust my battery. So from this low lunge position, step back to a tabletop. Bring your toes together, heels, knees as wide as the mat, and resting down in a child's pose. You can take some time, play around with the bind, bringing hands to pray, letting them rest on top of the head. Coming back to the breath. With every inhale, let the belly expand between the thighs. With every exhale, let it relax. Good. Keep breathing like this. 2 more breaths. Coming up again to that tabletop. Knees underneath hips, hands underneath shoulders. As you step that right foot forwards to a pigeon stretch, straightening out that back leg. And again, you're more than welcome to grab some blocks. If you're feeling quite tight, you can actually prop a block underneath the right sit bone just to help give you some lift here. So you inhale, lengthening through the crown. Exhale, sinking down onto the forearms if that feels good for you. And if you are needing to deepen the stretch, you can bring that foot up towards the top of the mat to bring the shin parallel to the mat. Otherwise, just resting where you are. If you're super tight, having that foot right up against the groin. Using the breath, settling in. Feeling an opening in the hamstring and glute. And slowly walk those hands back. Plant them down, lifting back to a tabletop. And bring the left leg forwards for a pigeon stretch on the other side. Good. Again, propping a block underneath that left sit bone if you need, but inhale, lengthening through the crown. Exhale, coming down onto the forearms if that feels good. Using your breath, feeling into the body. Taking it nice and slow. Holding here for 2 more breaths. And then walking those hands back underneath the shoulders and stepping back to that tabletop. Okay, from here, step that right foot forwards and you're going to lift that left knee off the mat in this runner's lunge position. Turn and plant the left heel and turn the right toes in as you come into this nice wide-legged forward fold. Just resting here, you're going to bring your hands onto the mat underneath your feet. In line with your feet, not underneath your feet. So in line with your feet, underneath your legs, and you have this nice 90-degree bend in the arms, like chaturanga arms. And you're just going to use your breath, take a nice deep breath in. As you exhale, walk those hands back a little bit further behind you as you sink a little bit deeper into the fold. If you are quite tight, you can start with your hands directly underneath the shoulders, and with every exhale, maybe just walking them back a step. And just slowly sinking a little bit deeper with every exhale as far as you can and resting wherever you are. And if you can, bringing that forehead down onto the mat. Using the breath. Resting here. And slowly walking those hands back in line with the feet. And then underneath the shoulders. Good, you're going to take a nice deep breath in. As you exhale, lean back, feeling the sensation of the stretch change, lifting the toes off the mat slightly, and then coming forwards onto the toes as you inhale. Exhale, pushing back into the heels, leaning the hips back. And then coming back, nice flat-footed. Turning to the front of the mat, coming back into this runner's lunge shape. Take a nice deep breath in. As you exhale, slowly straighten up that front leg. And just resting here. If you need to take a micro bend in that front knee, you're more than welcome to. But wherever you are, using your breath. Every exhale, sinking a little bit deeper into the fold. If you can get your forehead to connect with your leg, You're welcome to take both arms and take a hold of the right leg, incorporating a little bit of a balance, seeing how well you can hold yourself in this nice split leg stance. You may start to wobble, but just be playful with the balance, holding for one more breath. And then as you exhale, turn and plant that back heel, turn the right toes in and rest just for a moment in this nice forward fold again. Then walk your hands to the back of the mat, coming back into this runner's lunge shape with the left leg in front. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, slowly straighten up that left leg, keeping the toes on the mat. Again, if you need, keeping that micro bend in the left knee, and just resting here in the forward fold. Every exhale, sinking a little bit deeper. Using the breath, feeling into the body. Again, if you can get that forehead all the way down into the leg, you can take both hands or one hand to wrap around that left leg, holding underneath the carpet is a bit of a balance challenge. As you rest here, switching on the core, sucking in the belly, focusing on your balance, feeling your ankles work for the hold. For one more breath. And then exhale, turn and plant the right heel, turn the left toes in and rest once again in this forward fold. From here, walk your hands over to the right, place both hands onto the right ankle or right shin if you're really tight, and use the breath to sink into a nice side body stretch here as you reach towards the right ankle. If you are quite tight, you can take a bit of a bend in those knees, just modifying as you need, using the breath just to relax into the fold and reach. And slowly back through center, walk the hands over to the left, placing both hands onto the left ankle or left shin if that's more comfortable for you. Reaching towards the side, getting a nice side stretch on the right side body. Just settling in with every exhale, feeling the stretch. Good, and then we come back through center, walking the hands to the top of the mat. As you drop that back knee down, coming back to this nice tabletop position. From here, just coming over to sit in a cross-legged seat, and then resting with your hands on your knees, palms up. I'm going to do a seated mindfulness exercise this evening. So you're sitting here nice and tall. What you can also do is grab a pillow or a blanket or some yoga blocks and prop them underneath your sit bones just to make your seat a little bit more comfortable. But wherever you are, resting, eyes are closed, and you're sitting nice and tall. Hands are resting on your knees, palms up. Good, and we're just going to bring awareness to the breath. And then taking right or left hand, whichever is your preferred, and placing it on your upper chest. And then the other hand on the belly, just below the rib cage. What you're going to do is you're going to inhale to the belly, feel the hand expand. And then inhale to the upper chest. Exhale, sigh. Again, inhale first to the belly. Inhale, upper chest. Exhale, sigh. Just continuing to breathe like this at your own pace. Making the breath as full as you can. Feeling the air come in through the nose and out through the mouth. Not forced, just a gentle sigh. And as you inhale, visualize positivity, energy, and just general good vibes. And with every exhale, just letting go of any negative energy that isn't going to serve you, your mind, or your body. Taking one more breath like this. Then a final sigh. As you exhale, just let your hands come back to your knees, palms up, maintaining that nice upright posture. And you can gently drop the chin to the chest. Keeping that nice length through the body, just getting a light stretch down the back of the neck and into the shoulders. Sitting here, breathing gentle. Slowly start to bring awareness back into the space around you. Start to rub your thumb against each of your fingers. Maybe rolling your shoulders down and back, bringing some movement to the body nice and gently. As you lift the chin, roll the neck from side to side a couple of times. Bring a nice stretch into the neck. Good, and then come through center, lifting the chin through the middle. As you inhale, reach the arms up overhead, find length. Bring the palms to touch. And as you exhale, bring your hands down to heart center, gently tucking your chin as we come to the end of our practice. Namaste.